Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is phrase what I am doing and trying to bring to myself what the idea is behind my work at this time. I have a couple of applications here. Let's see, screenshotter. All of these are working. This is a simple backup tool so that I can take whatever folder and then bring it to another folder where I consistently back up, and do that in an easy and simple way with an added date in the folder that doesn't what is it, make another one every time, so that I don't make a mistake of doing too many backups at the same time. But this needs to become more complicated. I need to be able to add more input files and folders, and then the output it needs to be in a way where I can pick a load of different folders and input and output folders, and that I can like kind of cross them and pick like, oh, I want this one to go into that output folder, but I also want to go this one in that output folder, but maybe not the other one. And so that needs to become a more complicated backup tool. Then of course the whole point of the software is to create and generate data to make to have some sort of form of production. And then the screenshot was something I developed mainly because I was taking screenshots myself and it was annoying, and the Windows one is a little bit annoying, but I have not yet finished this one. I don't know in how far this tool is going to be of any help to anything and be useful, because I'm moving away from doing screenshots in the first place. And then this is this. This is the execute rename. Yeah, I forgot what the rename does exactly. Execute rename. It has a specific function of renaming. I think it has something to do. I have to check the code again, but this is still in development. Needs to be a lot more efficient. More the end thing of this one is that I have folders with files that are in sequences, but sometimes in those sequences there's a file missing, and I need to rename all those files and bring the other files like up one notch with the numbering in which they have been done. And so this is what that tool is going to be like, and it's going to have a whole lot of other features as well. And then I need to keep thinking about what I am. So there's this whole list. So this is basically this one. Maybe I should, well, is it make it clickable and stuff? That's probably something that is coming, but I can delete the files in folder, and then what is happening here is that it's deleted, and I can execute, and then it creates the files, and then it deletes it again, and it's outputting them here so that I do not have to know that as a thing at all ever. And that's fantastic, that's great, that's amazing, and that is exactly what I wanted it to do, and that is what it's going to do, and it's amazing, and it does what it's supposed to do. I am currently trying to figure out how I am going to structure this thing in such a way that I am calling a function that is dependent on these random range thingies, but the subfolder thing is the one that is a little bit complex. It's not super absolutely abnormally extremely complex, but it's complex enough that I need to kind of break my head over it in how am I going to implement this thing, because what I wanted to do is I have this folder here and in this thing, and then what is going to do in this number of folders, these are going to have to become 50. I do not currently know why this does not become 50. It stops after 1, so that is probably for a field row. That is, I am already starting to see why that is happening, which is the reason for it is that the numbers of folders, so I need the first one here, like in simple tool entry, 1, and then dot get, and that has to be an int, just to make sure that I'm not gonna do this one, reopen this one. I'm going to, for now, original folder, or no, okay, equals temp. I want a temp. I'm also going to disable this one because this currently does not have any function whatsoever. In this one here right now, I am in this thing where I'm going to close this one. What I should have now done is the simply entry 1 is the entry, the first entry, the one that has the folders in it. And now what it should do, if it works properly, oh no, still simple to an entry. I know, field row equals 0, and then field row plus equals 1. Oh, then it's the 0. Maybe I want to, is it going to give me problems? I'm going to stop this one and start this one at 1, and that's going to give me problems. So I'm going to do instead is simple tool entry 0.get, and then so I already had that one over here. I don't cannot find the path specified. 221. I did something wrong. Dot get. Cannot find the path specified. Tick. Okay. Probably I know this is it's a problem. It's good that I'm having this problem now, not in some other way. I don't know why it doesn't start because of it. 221. In which one? Delete folders? Is it? No. Get files in folder list. Dot get, which is then going to become something that I need to try. Accept, and then it's going to print. Prime in print. Which could, okay, so could not get the list. Great. These are empty now. It should be the case if I now just redo these 120 output folder is going to this one. Delete files in folder. Does that work? That works. Execute. Line number 21. Why does it have so many? Okay. Fail. Stop. I'm gonna try again. It's here now. For some reason or other. That one. Oh no, it didn't fail. Or did it? Yeah, no, it might execute. The question is now, why are you line number... Items, line number, key, line number 29. So there's somewhere a value key, I forgot where. It's not this guy. For in dot get, right, line number, 0, 50, okay. $29. What was here before? Field row. Oh, field row. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get what this one was doing. This one, what this one does, it gets the field row. So the field row is the amount of line numbers, and I have a ton of those lines in the actual. If I now execute, it's back to fine. But that still has not solved my problem in regards when it comes to why it does not keep going after 0.get for x in range int dummy working print files in folder error. It doesn't give an error. It's not returning an error in any of these as far as I know. Stir x make der nu der path, yeah, for the x in range 0 and it says 50. It's the int in but it's always 2, so I don't know why it's always 2. It's never data. Where is it making the data file? Test folder. Creates a folder with files. Creates a data. It's making the data. So it's running it here. But what it doesn't doing is it's once. It never makes more than 2. That is the for x in range. In it should be range. In the range of 0 to this integer. But why does it stop after test folder 1? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Why does it? Why do you stop after test folder 1? And you're only doing this one in here, so you're not always make your another bad. And then I'm gonna pick this one. And then I'm gonna delete files in folder and then execute. Does this work regardless of this? No. So it does do what it's supposed to do. Unexpected indent. I hate it in Visual Studio when you're doing this. When you execute, you're just executing this part of the. Why is this necessary? In what scenario do you ever need that to be executed by? This is never going to make any sort of sense, like 99% of the time. And it's annoying because it's what it's doing is that whenever I use this, there's going to be times where I think that I'm having a problem because I did not realize that I was like selecting something and then executing the file. That's so annoying. It's so annoying. I'm gonna remove the Z. It's not like there's a Z here or something. Range files. 1 for X in, yeah. This is pretty straightforward. This creates that. What if I now, temporarily, I'm going to remove this, and I then do this, and then I delete the files, and I execute? That's the problem. That is the problem. The problem is, when I'm doing this one, something's going wrong. Can I maybe create window and then dot stop, play, delete, execute, files in folder or error. Be gone with this one. Stop. Predator. It might be a problem with, I think what it's doing is what I need to do is I probably gotta do something like this. Right? Stop. Voila. The only problem now is that this isn't the way it's supposed to function. So I need to, first and foremost, the range thingy needs to be continually changing. That is one of those things that needs to change all the time. So I need to create a function. So range of files file creator wait, so it's okay, it's already doing that. Create subfolder with files. Okay, so create subfolder with files. It's not making the subfolder, right? That's what is going to have to happen if I do like this. What if I now go like this? And then like this. Who the fuck are you? Interesting. It did not do a single thing. Files in folder error. And what is the error exactly? That doesn't do shit. I'd like to know what the error is exactly. Okay. X referenced before assignment. Oh. Nice. So now I still have the 2-folder problem. Data 0.text. So it's now what is happening is it's not in the, it didn't change the directory. Dot. Why is the directory not changed? Delete. Execute. Yes. Yes. And it's variable. Yes. Yes, it did it. It did it. Great. Amazing. Now we're going to, let's take a look. Now it needs another dimension. So it has the y dimension. It has the, I don't know how am I going to define the XYZ. X, Y, and then Z is the depth one. So X is horizontal, Y is up. So Y, we have the list, the Y dimension. The X dimension is that it's going to go folder structure. So the X dimension is this, tac, 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 tac. And then is there another dimension I'm going to move in? The Z dimension is likely, I would say it becomes, then fractalizes into other dimensions that are very complex to understand, which means that then what I would actually like to do is that for every one that it spawns, it has one in there that is to a given length. So if you'd virtualize it as a cube, so what you're gonna get is like, this is going to be the Y dimension, this is an X dimension, and then in every folder there needs to be like the number of folders, and for that number of folders, maybe I need to have a range for the number of folders as well. But for the number of folders, so there's 50 going to be in here, and in every one of them is going to be another folder with 50 folders, but it's only going to do that 50 times. So there's like in a whole bunch of dimensions, like folders inside folders that are then structured with the data folders, and that are like a gigantic, let's say, cube of structures that are inside each other, that then if it's a variable, then it's more like fractalized. So you get a sort of fractalized map or directory folders data structure that then I'm capable of using in a way that I can do data tests on. But I also have like a tiny problem. Why do I have this open? This shouldn't be. And I probably am going to need different. I don't think. Maybe being capable of opening the folders might be a good thing, so that I can go inside the structures and maybe have some sort of a visual way of visualizing the structures and how it's being done. But the main problem is now, the main thing I need to do now is it going to need a range? I'm probably going to add a range and then have a button that can turn it on or off, the amount of number range. And then I am also, because the main thing that I'm currently creating this for is because I have all these, I have like a structure of files, which I'm going to, I'll show you here. These are a lot of folders and files. I think it's, I don't know, it's at least 60,000 files in here. And these are 125 folders, but they have variable amounts of files inside. I do know that they are numbered. I don't know currently if single files are full, but one of those amazing functions, one of the most amazing things about Windows is that they don't support their basic functionality. And what I mean with their basic functionality is, right now I can see here that I have 3 computers on my network. This does not happen all the time. This happens very infrequently, and definitely if my computer has just been out of sleep mode or has just been restarted, no computers will be found here. The only reason that those are here right now is because I have the structures here that I can go to and open the links to my desktops here. Just I have them all over my computer, so that I can click them as a link as if I'm browsing the internet, and then find my computers that way, and only then. And sometimes even that does not work, because it takes some time, and usually what it does, it like opens it here, or like some thingy here, and then it's still not here, it's still not open. I still can't retrieve the thing. So that is basically when I have, for example, this one here, this is like, I don't think if I am mistaken, yeah, that still doesn't mean that I can like find the other computer or whatever. Sometimes it just gives me problems. I think right now there's less of a problem because it's in the network, but when it isn't, I don't think I have this as an option. I don't remember, but I do know that I have had a lot of problems with getting to my computer in this fashion, and it's just a very buggy, annoying thing that always keeps happening. And then what is also a thing here, which is what I was going to tell you here, yes, those amazing functions. The size here works on when it's those files, it doesn't work when it's folders. I could one of the things that I actually wanted to, why I am developing this tool, is because I want to let's see, is there an N here? Program mode, paired, nickname, model, amount. Yeah, see, I already cannot find what I am looking for. The biggest problem here being, I know there's like an option here that allows me to get the, technically, the amount of files in a folder. Status tags, title, the total files, total files. That allows me to see the amount of files in these folders, but if I would find it, what I am going to encounter is that it is not going to actually work. Nice, total size. It's restating the exact same size over and over again, and I know for a fact that is not the case because they are all different. Yeah, nope. So this is what I mean. This is like, this doesn't tell me anything. This is like the same thing over and over and over again, and it's wrong. And this doesn't work. Total file size. What does this mean? Like, maybe if I open this, it might say something, but it's like authors, nothing. Of course, I don't think that's going to be in here. But as you can see here, now I have one that has only one file inside. Beautiful file inside. Pretty cool. And I'm going to take a peek. Okay, those are numbered as well. What I wanted to do is I want to take all those files and I want to sort them into another folder that then creates folders with the number of the first folder is going to be the number of files in a particular. It doesn't matter to me that then there's like 50 of these in here. The thing that I need to know is how many files are there in a folder. I don't know. I can't find it, and if I would find it, it would give me this exact same problem that I'm having here, that Windows does not support its basic functionality. It doesn't, it can't. I've never seen it work. It never, ever. I grew up with Windows. When I was 11 years old, I used Windows, and I already knew that this stuff did not work. I used to use iTunes. I used to get those MP3s on my computers, and I still to this day do not have the capacity. They haven't done anything about this thing. Date, disk, dimensions. division, email, entry, file count. If this works, I'm going to be like out of my mind. Like I can go to properties and it's going to tell me there are well, this is already not correct. Properties. That's how long it took. I don't care that it's like calculating how it's not going to take up my CPU or whatever. It's not going to cause me any problems that this thing is going to calculate how much. But right now, even if I have to just there's no options. There's no thingy here that I can switch that then says, yeah, I want to have to, like, I don't care, just give me even if it's like 1% of my CPU that it takes, or 20% for like, as long as it takes, as long as this window is open, I don't care. Like, I just want to know the file count. I can't do this thing here, so I need to write software just to get the file count, and doing this doesn't work either. It just stays the same. Thank you. I don't know why. And that's why I am currently doing all of this in this test data folder. I am going to switch the test data folder because right now I am doing this on my backup drive, or a backup drive, and I don't want to have things go wrong on my backup drive. Although everything is stored smoothly and properly, this isn't the drive that I'm going to test the data on, and I have 1 and 2 terabyte drives, and I'm going to mainly be doing stuff like this on there. And that's just what is going to happen, and then everything is going to be fine. At